And welcome back, everybody, to an amazing episode of The Careful Boys, and we have Jeremy in the house.
Yay! And what a great moment! What a great moment! Because we finally got these new shirts out. You could get them now. Link in the description box below. It's really cool. This is how it really looks like, but Bart's wearing it backwards. Now, you guys were inspired with the design. Please explain to everybody what the meaning is.
I actually want Jeremy to guess.
Yes.
What do you think this means?
Korean Translator.
Yeah. What do you think the whole thing means? What does JKMC mean? What does everything mean?
Yeah, I was confused about the MC.
I was confused.
I'm pretty dumbfounded, not in a cool way.
Does it remind you of any type of style of clothing or anything like that?
Or military?
It looked like a Navy thing to me, like first.
Navy.
Okay.
I don't know why I guess it could be, yeah.
But MC is not in the word Navy.
Cycle?
Oh, military? Marines?
Yeah. I think it's Marines.
Warmer.
Marinas?
Marinas?
Yeah. Jeremy Marinas.
Marine Corps?
Marinas Corps.
Okay. All right.
And then the bottom part?
Translator?
Yeah, Korean
That's the
translator.
most important part.
This is just a shirt you made Subin wear when he would go with you to events.
He's my Korean translator.
I wish it was a correct translator like him.
You know, Bart recently went to Korea.
Oh.
And he's also been there before for a different reason with the military.
So actually how this thing came about was, this is back in, I think 2000 and, wait, when did I join? Holy fuck, I don't even remember. Oh shit, 2003. So this must have been 2005 or between 2005 and 2007. I was at a unit, this is when I was in the Marine Corps, and they were gonna go to Korea to practice like Southern and Northern Korean conflict and train for like what would happen, like how do we arrange for jets, airplanes, how do we get like the Korean Marines to work with the American Marines, and it's like a whole training exercise. And there's like stuff like this that happens all over the world all the time, and that's why when like conflicts kick off, like units are ready to go because they've been rehearsing, just like sports, just like action stunts and all that. So my buddy wanted to go because he's Korean, I'm Chinese, and he was like, you know what, you should just volunteer too so we could roll together. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't know if I could, dude, that's kind of scary. And he was like, no, you should do it. And I was like, you know what, like by this time I was still kind of scoundrelly. So I was like, all right, let's just try it. And then like, and if it gets to any like part where it gets too iffy, I'll be like, I don't know what happened. I thought you were talking about this, you know, just try to like play stupid. So I filed to apply to go as a Korean translator to Korea. And they do an FBI background check, which is like this fucking, like, it's like a phone book worth of questions you have to answer. And for somehow, they didn't find out that I'm not Korean.
You don't speak Korean.
I think they checked all kinds of crazy shit, like the last fucking 10 residences, like high schools I've been to, my mom's made, like everything. But they didn't find out that I was not Korean and I don't speak Korean. I don't know anything about Korean except that my best friend at the time was Korean and we're just trying to figure out a way to get to Korea together. And then so I signed up, we're gonna go, we ship, we're fucking at the airport.
Government paid vacation.
Yeah, the whole time I'm in the plane with my unit and I'm like, holy fuck, I can't believe this whole fucking thing is working. I don't know what's gonna happen once they find out.
Did you guys fly military planes or commercial?
This one's commercial. Usually if you're not flying into a like war environment, it's commercial.
So did you get like Korean Airlines or something? Was it pretty sick?
Like the US government is always usually doing US shit.
Oh, like Delta?
Yeah, like fucking, yeah, Delta or American Airlines or some bullshit like that. And then you're on there with a bunch of like everyone with military haircuts. So it's like you're wearing civilian clothes. You're supposed to like blend in, but ain't nobody blending in. Because also at the time, the Marine Corps dress code is in civilian clothes, you have to tuck your shirt in.
Oh.
So if your shirt's tucked in and everyone has a G-Shock on, you look like, okay.
And everyone's got camo backpacks.
Yeah, everyone's luggage is fucking green.
Yeah.
They're like, this, okay, you're not fucking tricking anybody. We land, immediately we get on base, and it was one of the bases in Seoul first. And then so we change over, everyone goes into our military uniform, and then I'm like, oh fuck, this is when I start shitting bricks. And I'm like, this is when it's like real. We pull up in the middle of the night, this Korean military guy comes on the bus, and he starts going, oh, whatever. And then they're like, Kwan, go to the front. We gotta, let me know what they're saying. And I go up there, and then I'm like, I just have to keep fronting like I know what's going on. So I go to the front, I go, 안녕하세요. And I just like listen, whatever. And then I don't know what he's saying, so I just go back, I'm like, sir, I don't know what he's saying. He's speaking a way different dialect. And then he's like, what? And then the cool thing is I was still with my best friend at the time.
Oh, sick.
And then so I was like, but I think Park speaks this dialect. So he goes, Park, come over here. So Park goes and he's listening. Oh, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And then so when he's spitting it back in English to our commanding officer, I was just emphasizing like the main points.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh yeah.
You're like his hype man.
Yeah, we're gonna be 0800. Yup. Okay, yup. Chaho's over here. We're gonna meet. We're gonna do this. You know, like I was just like listening to the main words, and then I was like, oh shit, that actually fucking worked. And we ended up going from there. So we were on an army base, but the Marine Corps base is actually close to Busan. You have to go all the way down. Yeah. So that was just stop one. Going to stop two, where it's called Camp Mujuk in Busan. When we get there, then there's only a select few of us because it's actually like a war mastermind exercise. So it's only high-ranking motherfuckers. Yeah. It's like generals, colonels, and shit like that. The only reason why little bitch Marines are there is because we're translators. Yeah. Because it's like masterminding shit. You know, like if I coordinate with the White House, will they be up at this time to do whatever? Yeah. So all the other little bitch Marines, it's only comms, like guys that establish like fucking radios, walkie-talkies, and then the translators. And then they go, okay, we got 2 Koreans on here. Park, you take the AM shift. Kwan, you take the PM shift. And I'm like, fuck, we're getting split up. No.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So he works 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I work 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. I show up to my shift, and then I already see like the Korean Marines there, and I'm there ready to like fucking translate for my like commanding officer. I was like, fuck, this is gonna be fucking rough. I hope we don't get any calls in the middle of the night, or like what the fuck's gonna happen. And I started like just talking up with the Korean Marines, and I got so fucking lucky because one of them went to international school. Oh. Damn. So his English was pretty fucking good. Like he's good enough to say that like, oh, I like a Lexus IS300. It's like a 6-speed manual. I put a supercharger. Like English good enough to talk about that. Because when you don't have shit to do, you're just chatting about whatever, you know? Yeah. And then, I don't know if I ever revealed to him that I'm not Korean. But we would just like talk, and then so like...
to this day.
So like, it'll be like, we have to do these radio checks. It'll be like, fuck, what was our call sign? I forgot. It was like broadsword, do you read? I think we're like knife names. It was like broadsword and ginsu. We're like broadsword, do you read me? And so when they like do these radio checks and they call, I'll be like, oh, you wanna get it? And then so he'll like pick up, and then so anytime there's like a real message, like he'll end up delivering it.
Wait, so you tricked that guy too? He doesn't know you don't speak Korean at all?
I don't remember because it's like a long time ago, but I do know what ended up happening was
I didn't know that. That's funny.
For 3 weeks during my position,
You're so lucky, dude.
I was shitting bricks.
Did you regret your free vacation?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even vacation because so like the Marine Corps #1 is really hard on PT. They don't give a fuck where you're at. You could be in Iraq in a war zone. You could literally be like bombs coming at you, and it's like, everyone, we're doing fucking PT right now. They don't give a fuck. Like PT is mandatory. Like it's like they don't care what's happening. So for me, even though I was working 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., PT at the time was, I think, like 12 to 2. So you're running, rucking, doing whatever. So I had the unfortunate schedule of I finish my shift at 9 a.m. I go shower, which is at Camp Mudrik, there's no, what's the word? Potable running water, meaning the water that comes out cannot touch your mouth because it's infected. So we have to hike a mile to go take a shower. And this is hot ass Korea. So you also have to hike a mile back. So from 9,
Sweating already after your
so
shower.
9 until 10 a.m. I don't get into my cot until 10 a.m. to sleep. And then I sleep 2 hours later. All right, guys, PT. So now I'm waking up to fucking do PT for fucking 2 hours while all the other guys that work morning shift is like fresh and dandy. And then afterwards, I have to like, when your adrenaline's pumped from PT because we PT every day,
That's your punishment.
I have to go back, try to go back to sleep to do that. And then, and because it's a training exercise, I didn't really have, the first week we had 0 libo, which is like time off. I had libo the second week for only like 8 hours. And because there's so much like conflict, like there's South Korea, North Korea, Russia, whatever, there's very specific rules that the military have to follow. Like you can't go outside of this street.
Yeah.
You can't go over here. Like there's a red light district, you for sure can't go over there. But me and my homie were really curious, so I was like, we told the taxi driver, like, can you just drive through? We just want to see real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, so we just drove through and we're just like, oh shit, that's crazy, there's real bitches out here. And then that's it.
Aw.
And, no, cause like things like that, if you get caught,
Yeah.
and if they're telling you like this is like war conflict shit, like it'll be like a diplomatic problem, you know? Like even
Yeah, you'll cause a problem bigger than that.
yeah, like even when we were in in Seoul, which is north of South Korea, like that's like a more established base. It's not like a combat base, it's more like a support base. They were saying like if you go out to the clubs and you meet some fucking Russian bitches, there's a lot of Russians there too, you can't bring them on base. It's just like, you know, diplomacy type shit, like rules of engagement, and like you can become like a fucking international fiasco. Yeah, but because of my service, we created the Korean translator.
Sounds like you tricked somebody else into doing your job.
I facilitated, and then so we just thought it was such a funny story.
The funny thing is they're like, yo, bros trip. And they get there, Bart's like, fuck!
Yeah, like
That's like his punishment.
dude, the base was so fucked. Like there's like everything is tense. It was like the most, because it wasn't like supposed to be established base.
Like barracks or anything?
Yeah, it was like this thing is a tent of this thing's a tent of this. There's no running water, so you have to, like, if you want to take a piss, you gotta run a mile, come back. Yeah, it was,
It's crazy because there's all these directors and big time actors that were like, I remember when I had to sneak onto lots. And you're like, oh, that's crazy. And I would run away from security. You snuck into Korea. Like, that's crazy. That's a dope story.
well, if you say it like that, that sounds really crazy.
Dope story.
No, I think what you said in general is pretty crazy.
You want to know something else that's crazy? One of our, and you can see this on JK, one of our first videos in the first couple years that we shot was shot on a military base.
Oh, shit.
Because my boss at the time, me and him were pretty fucking tight. And he had the keys because he got promoted to a certain rank. And I was like, yo, is there any way we could shoot on base? And this is like I don't know, probably 10 years in jail type shit. But he's from Hawthorne, so he's down. So he's like, I'm gonna leave a key under this rock. And then he's like, and he was like, you don't know where you got it from. And there's this video, and you could probably pull it up on JK. Unless we privated it, then I'm bullshitting.
No, it was sick. It was one of our biggest
We
ended
ended up shooting on an actual military
heck?
base. So shout outs to the Marine Corps for supporting comedy.
Hey, you know,
Us.
And please support us and everybody can be Korean translators now.
you know what's kind of tight is that on TikTok, like because that video blew up of you the first time you told the story, and like all these people were like, "There's no way, this dude's lying. There's no way." But then all the Marine vets
Yes.
were like, that could totally happen. I've seen a million, like they all shared their side of how they've seen that happen all the time.
It's funny how the non-military guys are just bullshit.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
all the
also-
Marines are like, yeah, of
All
course.
the Marine friends that I know, because you know, like people like to share like their stories. All the Marines I know are like, that's the most Marine shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because the people that join Marines are generally rule breakers. So people from the Air Force or Army, they're like, what the fuck? No way. But like Marines steal shit. They're like fucking each other's wives. Like
They're called crayon eaters for a reason.
like they're like we're like the most retarded group. So it would happen.
Dude, yeah.